Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well and you are studying in this lockdown phase. Today I'm here with you all with my fourth topic, that is, can matter change its state? Now we all know that matter can change its state, that is solid to liquid, liquid to gas. The very best example of this is cooling the ice. That is, when an ice cube is left at a room temperature, which is in a solid form, gets converted to a liquid form. When this liquid is heated in the presence of heat, it converts into gaseous form. Now we can say that matter can be changed from one state to another. The best example is that solid can be changed to liquid and liquid into gas. Example over here is that most of the metals which are solid turns into liquid on heating and turn into vapor on further heating. The next example we can take, which might be your favorite one, that is melting of the chocolate to liquid. When we kept it long, as the temperature outside is higher than inside. Now, if we talk about the change of states of matter, then change of states of matter depends mainly upon two factors, that is temperature and pressure. Whenever we are applying temperature and pressure, then the solid changes itself into liquid, liquid into gas, or gas into liquid, and liquid into solid. The total interchanging of these particles is dependent upon temperature and pressure. In this, we'll be studying about the effect of change of temperature on the state of matter. Now, this is a little typical diagram. I know it might not be clear, but you can listen to it. That when you increase the temperature of a solid, it melts and converts into liquid. And when you heat liquid, it starts getting evaporated and gets converted into gas. When this gas is cooled down or condenses, it forms liquid, and when this liquid is again getting cooler, then it gets freezes and converts into solid. Therefore, increasing the temperature and decreasing the temperature affects a lot. To understand this, we can go through an activity. This is an activity from our NCERT textbook. In this, we have taken 150 gram of ice cube in a beaker and suspended a laboratory thermometer. Now, we all know there are two types of thermometers, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer is used in the chemistry lab. It is having a bulb which we are keeping in contact with the eyes, which is visible in the figure 1.6a. Next you have to do is you have to add clinical thermometer. After that you have to start heating the beaker on a low flame. Then you have to do few things. First, you have to note the temperature when all the ice has converted into water. Next, you have to note the temperature when the ice starts melting. And third, you have to record your observation for this conversion of solid to liquid state. That means सबसे पहले जब आइस है तो आइस का टेम्परेचर कितना है, देन जब आइस वाटर में कन्वर्ट हो गई है तो उसका टेम्परेचर कितना है. Now after noting this temperature, you have to then put a glass rod in the same beaker and then you have to start stirring it, hilana hai till the water starts boiling. Then you have to keep a careful eye on the thermometer to see the reading whether the thermometer temperature is increasing or not. Now you have to record your observation for the conversion of water in the liquid state of the thing. You'll observe that as soon as you increase the temperature, the of the solid, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. Due to the increase of this kinetic energy, the particles of water starts vibrating with a great speed. Then the energy which is supplied by heat overcomes the force of attraction between those particles, and then particles leave their fixed position and start moving freely in that particular beaker. Now a state is reached where the solid melts and converts to a liquid, and this state where at the particular temperature when solid becomes liquid at the given atmospheric pressure is known as melting point. Now melting point of a solid is an indication of the strength of the force of attraction between the particles. That means एक particle जितनी देर में melting को show करेगा उतना ही ज़्यादा उसका force of attraction of particles होता है. Next, we'll study about sublimation. Now, sublimation is a state of transition of a substance directly from its solid phase to gaseous phase. That means liquid की जगह solid जब direct gaseous form में convert हो जाता है उसको sublimation कहते हैं. इसका best example है camphor, the one which we are using for puja, kapoor and naphthalene balls. They does not leave any residue behind, but only as they are getting heat, they are getting transferred into gaseous form. Now, one activity is there in which what you have to do, you have to take a burner, a tripod stand, a china dish, a funnel and a cotton plug. You have to place that cotton plug on the funnel's mouth, and then you have to place a china dish on a particular burner. In this china dish, you have to add ammonium chloride, which is in a solid form. Then you have to cover that china dish containing ammonium chloride with an inverted tube or a funnel, which is already covered with a cotton plug. Now you have to start your burner. As soon as you'll start burner, after some time you'll observe that this ammonium chloride, which is in a solid form, is getting converted into vapor form. As the cotton plug is being placed, so there is no place for the ammonium chloride to move out. So the particular ammonium chloride which is in a vapor form will get collected on the side walls of the funnel, which is shown in the figure also. This shows that solid can directly get converted into gaseous form. Now this is a written part of the effect of temperature on the state of matter. The very first is it says that as we increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of the particles of the matter increases and they begin to vibrate with a high energy. This we all have seen in both the activities, and as these particles starts vibrating, the interparticular force of attraction between these particles reduces and particles get detached from their position and start moving here and there. As a result of this, the state of matter begins to change because the particles are being moved away from their position, they are free, so they'll start changing the state. Now solid, which was having a definite shape because of the molecular force of attraction is high, it can change to liquid, and similarly liquid can undergo in a phase of change from gaseous form. Next is, these are the few definitions which are given over here. First is of melting point. Now melting point of a solid is defined as the temperature at which solid melts to become liquid at the atmospheric pressure. Now we are always counting with the help of atmospheric pressure. That is because atmospheric pressure is having a fixed amount through which we can calculate melting point from here and there. Now at melting point, there are two phases. We all know that is solid and liquid. But the thing which we don't know is that solid and liquid both are in an equilibrium state. That is, this state is this state exists in a simultaneous pattern. Solid is liquid, liquid is a solid phase. Next, coming to boiling point. Now boiling point of a liquid is defined as the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Now वेपर प्रेशर जो होता है दैट मीन्स बॉयल होने के बाद जो वेपर्स फॉर्म होते हैं तो वो जिस प्रेशर से फॉर्म होते हैं वो इक्वल होता है एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर के. नेक्स्ट इज latent heat of fusion. Now, latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat that is required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure of its melting point. For example, we have a solid ice cube. Now, उसको ice cube को water में convert करने के लिए या melt करने के लिए जितना amount of heat required होगा वो उसका melting point बताएगा. Next is latent heat of vaporization. It is the amount of heat energy which is required to change 1 kg of liquid into gas at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. Now boiling point के time पे जब एक liquid को gaseous state में change करने के लिए जितना भी amount of heat energy required करती है एक given atmospheric pressure पे उसको कहा जाता है latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization are very important topic from the point of view of the examination. Now this was about our effect of changes of temperature on the states of matter. Our next topic will be effect of changes of the pressure on the state of matter. Thank you.